The RCCO World EX Championship came alive again with round 1 of Season 9 at the Albert Park Circuit in Melbourne, Australia. The unique sim racing community used a slightly different version of the Grand Prix circuit, including the chicane at the back straight, as used in Formula 1 until 2020. Former Formula 1 driver Heinz-Harald Frentzen was a popular guest on the World EX Bizz Talk just before free practice. He shared many interesting anecdotes from his racing career and criticised the new for 2026 Formula 1 regulations. Although defending World Champion Devin Braune has changed teams, he remains the driver to beat in Season 9 of the RCCO World EX Championship. Braune was in a class of his own during qualifying, beating his good friend Nicholas Hillebrand by 0.531 seconds. Hillebrand has joined TV racing for Season 9 and remains the closest competitor for Braune, together with youngster Jarno Visser, who is now Braune's teammate at Brabham Motorsport. Visser qualified third, 0.3 of a second behind Hillebrand, while Julius Martin and Robin Hay completed the top 5. The reversed grid of the sprint saw Shutter Speed Racing teammates Rui Cabeda and Bodo Kraling starting from the front row. There was drama right behind them when Robin Hay slightly touched the EX0 of Julius Martin, sending the former world champion into a spin and triggering a huge pileup. The opening lap of the season produced more incidents when Luke Pound spun off at turn 5 and Nicholas Hillebrand lost control of his EX0, entering the fast chicane at the end of the back straight, collecting Jarno Visser. Hillebrand was handed a yellow card by race control for being responsible for the contact. The incidents helped Devin Braune to move from 10th on the reversed grid to 4th on the opening lap. After overtaking front row starters Cabeda and Kraling, he began to catch race leader Stefan Volter. Braune used Volter's slight mistake in the final corner of lap 4 to take the lead, eventually achieving a commanding win in the sprint, the first in World EX for Brabham Motorsport. While Volter went on to finish second easily, a fierce battle developed for the final podium spot, initially held by Bodo Kraling. Robin Hay and the recovering Julius Martin put massive pressure on third-placed Kraling despite trading places amongst themselves. The penultimate lap saw Hay make slight contact with Kraling, sending the photographer off track and out of contention. Hay was given a yellow card after the race, but continued to fight for a place on the podium with Julius Martin and his teammate Nicholas Hillebrand, who joined the battle on the final lap. Hillebrand started attacking Martin in the final corners of the sprint, which eventually helped Hay secure the podium for TV racing. Martin finished 4th, completing a great comeback drive after being touched and spun around on lap 1. The results of a thrilling first sprint of the season, which also saw Rui Cabeda scoring his first points in World EX in P6. Devin Braune achieved a dominant Leicester flag victory in the main race, finishing over 10 seconds ahead of Nicholas Hillebrand and completing a clean sweep in his first World EX event for his new team, Brabham Motorsport. Nicholas Hillebrand finished second after a brief battle with Jarno Visser, who spun after attempting to overtake Hillebrand in the slow chicane. Visser used a slight mistake of Robin Hay to take P4 and was lucky when Julius Martin was slowed down and distracted by a lapped competitor, making him lose the final spot on the podium. Martin stayed in touch with Visser, but was not able to mount an attack. There was a lot of action throughout the entire grid. Bodo Kraling was sent into a spin right at the start. Thomas Vogt was collected by Ben Loxton at the end of lap 1. Luke Pound had a huge moment on cold tyres. Marcus Martin heavily crashed in the chicane. Patrick Vinchenek's accident was no less spectacular, but he continued to fight hard until the very last corner. The results of the main race, with 2 Brabham Motorsport drivers on the podium and 3 of them in the top 6. Devin Braune continues where he ended the previous season, while Brabham Motorsport leads the new Teams Championship in front of TV racing.